Hello,
What's
you
up?
three. How are you going?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Hello, we matching it.
It is the colour of the day.
I like it. It's gonna be a colorful segment. Let's do it.
Michael, this is your directorial debut, which is a pretty big deal, to put it lightly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, it was the perfect time. I think to challenge myself, to help me grow and evolve, but then also to tell a story that I felt like I had a very clear vision on, and had an incredible cast and crew that, that showed up and trusted me. And so to be able to kind of like creatively think outside the box and push the boxing and, the visuals to it in another direction was fun.
I think it's just so special that you've got incredible people with their own context that they can bring to stories like this, that you were able to bring a perspective that hasn't really been seen a lot in the mainstream in big movies like this.
Yeah, I mean, we've not seen a villain like this. It's kind of the marginalized era that he comes from. And he meets Adonis, and we've been with Adonis for now almost 10 years. And so we understand him. And so to be able to bring that perspective that's not dissimilar from the hero's perspective, it's just the other side of it, to bring that and to let those things play in concert, you get a lot of information. You get a lot of new music. It's a bit of a remix. It's a remix that's so good you don't remember the first one. You go, oh, I thought this was the original.
I love how there's just so much more space for exploring the more emotional side of men in these movies. Was that nice for you to be able to tap into?
It was. I think it was a nice evolution to where the franchise is started and where it's going. And it was a real reflection of the world that we're living in and what's needed, I think. I think generationally, men have been taught not to speak about their feelings or what happened, or not crying and all that good stuff. But I think we're in an age now that we understand that that's really important to talk about. Being able to play a character 3 times in the past 9 years and being able to grow along with this character and, having some things in common. And I have a good idea of what some things Adonis might be going through right now.
How lovely was it to be able to see these two incredible men sort of go head to head and be the very best at their craft? We can't really take for granted that this is a big, huge mainstream movie. From the first one, making that film with Ryan Coogler, it really felt in a way like we were making this little indie movie, and even on this one, I know it's not, I know it's a big movie, but something about the process of making it still retains a kind of intimacy that I do forget, I guess, the size and scale of these films. Your accent is making me miss my Australian life. I've spent a lot of time there.
You miss us as much as we miss you.
I really do. And I also realize the Australian accent is the one accent I cannot even begin to do. So I also have to come back because I have so much work to do in that area.
Right before I watched the movie, I actually did a boxing class for the first time.
Okay.
And I could not believe how sore I was the next day.
The next day.
Muscles
Yeah, the next day.
that I didn't know existed. I'm just bowing down to you because I don't know how you do the training. Was
that coincidence or is that on purpose? Did you intentionally do a boxing class before you saw it?
Look, I am committed to the job, but it was a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence? All right, cool. Well, I'm glad it worked out that way.
I'm glad it worked out that way too. Creed 3 is in cinemas today.
What a flirt fest. I mean, those guys are terrific, credible actors, and you diminished it to, I thought, a flirt fest.
I thought it was a very good interview, Brooke.
I spoke a lot about the importance of men expressing their emotions, about his directorial debut, about the integrity around their training, the athleticism.
So just to say, everyone
at
home, while they were watching that whole thing, they were just saying, oh my God, what about the rig on that guy?
No, we meant his mental rig.
Yeah, it's like he's so smart. Those answers were like on point.
That's on you. He really stretched himself mentally to do all of those jobs.
Karl, your interpretation of things this morning is really off.
I'm a bit off today.
Sorry.
I'm a bit off today, sorry.
Karl.
I had a good night's sleep last night, and I've stopped drinking, so...
I mean, he has got perfect cheekbones and luscious lips, but that's okay.
Righto.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Karl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Karl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?